evening. Welcome to ORP TV. I'm Craig Stagner coming to you from the JK Auto Repair Studio. JK Auto Repair is a full-service car care provider in Ozark, Missouri, 2301 Selmore Road. This is the All Parts Auto Salvage Weekend Report. All Parts Auto Salvage with two locations in Springfield. 2600 North Benton is the salvage yard. 425 East Kearney is the parts store. And they are a U-Haul rental location. Let All Parts Auto Salvage help you fix your car. Well, this is what we've been looking forward to. At least I have been. Kind of, for us, this is signifying maybe not the end of winter, but the end of the off season, because it is time to talk about the 2021 race season. We all got our fingers crossed. I know that this year will be better than last. Hopefully we go into it a little better prepared. So let's jump right in. Ozark Raceway Park. Opening day is going to be March 6th. That'll be the test and tune. Almost everything is going to start off with practice days, test and tunes, things like that. There'll be a couple exceptions, and I'll mention those. But March 6th, big news at Ozark Raceway Park is new track managers. After Brad Allen has been with Ozark Raceway Park well over 12, 15 years. He's been there, and his wife Tracy has been a part of it for almost 10 years. They will be the new track managers. I think that's a great move for Ozark Raceway Park. So Brad and Tracy Allen are the new track managers at Ozark Raceway Park. Ozark Raceway Park will also host a couple of the Titans of 10-5 events, as well as their shootouts. I believe there's going to be 3 of them this year. There's a look. What we'll do is at the after the end of this, I will post all of the track photos that we have, the logos, along with their contact information, so that you can figure out just exactly how to reach them and where they're at. So that'll be what we're showing here. Bonne Terre Drag Strip in Bonne Terre, Missouri. They have added a new surface. Don't have a date yet on their opening day, but they are working on putting that together. And I saw Steve Jodicke, who drives the Missouri farm truck, you might remember. They were working on it. They've got one lane done. Really looks good. Upgrades at Bonne Terre. Centerville Dragway was supposed to have their New Year's bracket bash. They wanted it New Year's weekend. Then there was bad weather. They were looking forward to having it this weekend. Still a little wet. They've pushed that back right now, so their opening day will be January 16th. They too were working on their new schedule, and that is in Centerville, Arkansas. Jeffers Motorsports Park down around the Memphis area, Sikeston. To be honest, there's some tracks that I have really made numerous efforts to get any kind of contact from, and have had no success, and that's one of them. So we'll let you know if we find out anything. Mocan Dragway. Now, let me tell you, Mocan is going to have their new schedule out soon. They've been posting pictures. They have a new concrete wall that's going down the side. So instead of the old metal railing that they've had for so long, they are putting in brand new. I mean, it looked like it was, 2 foot wide concrete all the way down. This is going to be a great improvement for the safety of the drivers as well as the spectators at Mocan Dragway. Great news there. They also announced that they're going to have quite a few big announcements for this coming year. Again, they're going to be hosting the Titans of 10-5 World Championship finale. That'll be coming up later in the summer. We look forward to that. So big things at Mocan. 81 Raceway. This one's in Park City, Kansas. This is one of the tracks we haven't gotten a chance to make it up to. What we know about them right now, Wichita, Kansas, Park City, Kansas area, is that their first day will be March 6th. Batesville Motor Speedway, new track for us, a new track that we're going to be covering. I don't have a lot of information about upgrades for them, but I do know that their opening day will be March 20th. Seems to be a pretty big track with the number of check-ins they've had there in Locust Grove, Arkansas. Central Missouri Speedway. Their opening day is going to be, January, February, March, April. We'll have to write that down there. I'm not doing good on this on the fly. April 10th. Central Missouri Speedway will be open. They have a new scoreboard that's going in, a great looking. This is going to be a fantastic quality scoreboard that'll be able to be linked to My Race Pass. You'll be able to see everything that's going on. A lot of advertiser possibilities there on that board. They are also hiring. So if you're a fan of Central Missouri Speedway, enjoy going to the races and think, hey, if I can be here and be getting paid, that's a good deal. That's a win-win. So Central Missouri Speedway, contact information there. Dallas County Speedway. This is on our bucket list. This is a must hit for us. We will make it to Dallas County Speedway this year. Didn't get to last year, but Scotty Allen has just one of the top-notch tracks in the area. You can tell by the racing, by the quality of racers and racing that goes on. Their first day is going to be April 16th, and this is going to be the 25th season of racing at Dallas County Speedway. I know that their events are going to be really big. Just something about tying that in with the 25 years will bring out a lot of extra racers. So really looking forward to that. Humboldt Speedway. This is in Humboldt, Kansas. Their first day is going to be March 10th. A few tracks called themselves the Bull Ring. Dallas County has the Bull Ring. Humboldt also. They have a big event coming up. Their first practice day is going to be March 10th. Their first event is March 11th through the 13th. And man, are they coming out of the chutes hot. They have the Battle of the Bull Ring 6. This is, I believe, a B-Mod event, and it is $10,000 to win. So $10,000 to win at Humboldt, Kansas. I'd say there will be a lot of good-looking cars there because they'll be fresh out of winter repair and upgrades and things. There's going to be a lot of good-looking cars, B-Mods, wanting to take home that $10,000 check at Humboldt Speedway. I-35 in Winston, Missouri. No information on upgrades this year, but I do note that they are starting March 6th. So we will let you know as soon as we know more about their schedule at Humboldt Speedway. Lake Ozark Speedway. This track is one of the top 2 or 3 tracks in the whole area, especially dirt tracks. I put it right. 1A would be Lucas and 1B would be Lake Ozark Speedway. For a track that's privately owned that doesn't have the kind of backing that Lucas does, Lake Ozark Speedway is absolutely a beautiful facility, great racing. What's going on at Lebanon I-44 Speedway? Well, to be honest, I haven't gotten a chance to talk to Brendan Willard. I know that he was doing some racing this year. I don't know. I'll just be honest with you. I just don't know. And as soon as we do know something, we'll get back with you about that, about what's going on at Lebanon I-44 Speedway. Lebanon Midway. This has some interesting news. Don't have a date yet for them, but they do have new owners, Clint and Tina Gann. So that ought to be exciting to see. We've got a few tracks with some changes of hands and change of promoters going on. Lebanon Midway is one of those. Again, Clint and Tina Gann taking over there. Legit Speedway in West Plains, Missouri. Really nice track at West Plains. They draw a lot of that Memphis area racers. Big track. We haven't had a lot of contact with them. They don't have their new schedule out. But I know that every year they have some really big events. So that ought to be coming just real soon. Lucas Oil. What can you say about Lucas Oil except that it is absolutely one of the greatest tracks in this area, the Diamond of the Midwest. It is a beautiful facility, and drag boats will be back there. Their first event is March 27th, is when Lucas Oil Speedway will start up. Drag boats are back this year. I know that that's been sorely missed by a lot of race fans. They love the drag boats. They will be back May 14th through the 16th, so just a few months away, and it'll be drag boat season. Drag boats has had a rough year. I mean, a couple of years ago you had tornado. Last year we had the pandemic, and now drag boats hopefully will be back in full race mode. Also, off-road racing was going to be discontinued. The Lucas Oil one with the Kansas City Off-Road Racing Association will be there this year. So if you enjoyed the off-road trucks, don't worry, there will be racing there. It's always a great time to go to Lucas, where you pay. It's almost like a theme park. Instead of paying per event or pay per ride, you pay to get in. So you pay to get into Lucas. If you haven't been there, they have family plans. If they have a doubleheader event, like let's say they have the off-road and dirt track, you go to the off-road event, and when it wraps up, there's a sidewalk, and everybody kind of moseys on over and enjoys the dirt track racing. It's a deal that you can't hardly beat for a family, for sure. There's all your contact info. We'll have that shared. Lyndall Scranton is their media person, and he's just top notch. Monette, well, it's for sale. That's what we know. There hasn't been any posts on their page since September of last year. I don't know anything that's going on at Monette, except that the track is still there. Whether they'll run this year, I kind of doubt it, unless something is in the works that we haven't heard about. But Monette Motor Speedway, if you're looking to buy a track, it's for sale. Nevada, another one of the tracks that's for sale, but they're moving right on ahead. They have nothing, they're not putting off any plans. They're racing. Matter of fact, their first event will come up March 6th. They have an awards banquet. I will pass along information about that. It is January 16th, so next Saturday. Their contact info is right there, and there's information about their banquet on the page. Because of COVID restrictions, they are doing it a little different. They're not serving drinks, and I kind of forget what all it was. But if you're planning on going to that Nevada Drivers Banquet, you need to make sure that you check that out on the Nevada Speedway page about all the goings on there and the changes to that. I'm sorry, I just can't get enough of that. Old 71 Speedway, another one of the new tracks for us. I believe they have some newer owners. It's in Butler, Missouri. I know that they are going to be, I believe it's USRA certified. They're going to be partnered up with that this year, so they're expecting big things at Old 71 Speedway. The first day will be February 20th. They've got an event going on, and let's see, a couple days before that, the Sunday, January 17th, well, a month before that. So next Sunday, they have a hiring fair. So if you're in the Butler area and want to work at Old 71 Speedway, they are having a hiring fair at the track. You can reach out and contact them about getting a job at Old 71. Randolph County Raceway in Moberly, Missouri has their first event March 27th, and new promoters. So I saw that Jim and Tammy Lawrence had posted kind of a get to know you about themselves, about their family. Now, what they did I really liked is they posted, instead of trying to guess at, hey, this is kind of what we think everybody wants, they just posted it out there. Hey, here's your form. Tell us what you'd like to see. Tell us what we need to do different. What do we need to do better? What would you like to see? Keep it civil, be on point. And they got a lot of great feedback. I highly commend them. They did a fantastic, smart job of, instead of trying to guess at what their fans wanted, they just asked them, what do you want? What do you want us to do? And what can we do to make this place better? Really smart move. I think that Jim and Tammy Lawrence are in for a good year at Randolph County Raceway, and I think the fans will be very happy with that. Salina High Banks. Maybe my favorite logo here of all the ones. I really like this Distress logo. It's unfortunate that they have nothing on their Facebook page. The only thing I could find is that their first event is March 20th, so we'll let you know when we know more about that. Salina High Banks. I'm sorry, Salina Speedway. Salina Speedway is in, let's see, where are they out there? We get those two mixed up. They're in Kansas. Salina Speedway, first event is April the 3rd. Again, they don't have their schedule out, but a really successful track. I know that they're a good track up there and have some big events. They have posted that their schedule will be out soon, so we'll let you know as soon as we know something about it. Springfield Raceway. Springfield Raceway has a lot going on this year. Really excited that they have the new Westhold transponders. Springfield Raceway was already one of the top level tracks in this area. I think this improvement will put them even higher up on the radar of racers who come there that know that they don't have to, there's no questions about who's won, who's this and that. They can bring their transponders that they own. This is going to put them right back up at the top of the list. Not that they had slipped, but they needed this upgrade in technology, and they've done it, and it's a great thing. Springfield Raceway, they have their first event is the Sweetheart Enduro. That's coming up February 13th. Now, January 30th, they have their banquet from last year. That is going to be the Indigo Sky Casino in Seneca, Missouri. So if you're interested in doing a little of that gambling and recognizing the winners from Springfield Raceway, that'd be a great time to go to the Indigo Sky Casino. They have a link on their page for tickets, and I think they have some special room prices at Indigo Sky Casino. Tri-State Speedway is a new track for us that we're going to be covering this year. Their first event is a car show that is coming up April 10th, and then their season will start with Test and Tune the following weekend on the 17th. Hooter Holler Speedway in Mountain Grove. This place has a lot of upgrades. Tim Thornhill and his wife and the crew there have a lot going on. This is going to be exciting for them. We've been to their track a couple different times. It's a great place. It ain't easy to find. I mean, it's off-road. It's off-road from the highway to the pits, and they are going to fix that. It's going to be all new entrances, improvements, widen it out, smoothing it out so that trailers, cars, you can get your pull-behinds, all get down there safe. They're adding showers, so there's going to be separate. There's going to be 5 men's showers, 5 women's showers. There's going to be washout bays. They're working on their 1/10 mile dirt circle racetrack as well as a 1 mile motocross track. They have yearly passes, and it is really cheap. I don't remember what it was now, but I remember thinking it was shockingly affordable to race there. So if you like riding Chadwick or doing some of the off-road stuff, this is a great place. You can camp there, ride any time of year. Like I said, with washout bays now and showers, man, that is going to be awesome. Hooter Holler. It's not easy to find, but we'll post this up here for you, and you can follow it. You can get right to it. It's just not something you're going to put right in on your GPS and have it recognized. Our friends Spokes BMX. My first love of racing was, of course, BMX. For those of you that know me, we started racing way back before Spokes BMX, but it's still there. Let's see, it's going on something like 35 seasons at its current location in Southwest Missouri, or Springfield. They have new sponsorship levels. There's information there on that. So they're looking to do some upgrades on the track. I know that there's some new information about the clip-on pedals. For those of you who race, you'll know what that is. All that information is available. I know that Brittany and Dave Farrell are going to be track managers again. So good things happening out at Spokes BMX. Now our buddy Franklin Hodges, Hillbilly Speedway. Hillbilly Speedway does not have their schedule out just yet, but the opening day's coming up pretty soon, and they are adding transponders. This is a big deal for Hillbilly Speedway. Any track is hard to score when you get lap traffic. When you get cars going the wrong direction and all kinds of stuff, all the fun. It's a lot of fun to watch, but it has to be a nightmare to try to score. Hillbilly Speedway, a really good move, and Franklin Hodges, I just love old Franklin. He said, hey, if we can afford to put in transponders, anybody can. So Hillbilly Speedway, one of those tracks that we've been to many, many times. Love them over there in Fairgrove, Missouri. Low Boats I-44 Winter Shootout. This event was supposed to be happening this weekend, but due to COVID restrictions, they've pushed it to March. So March 19th through the 20th will be the Low Boats I-44 Winter Shootout. The good part about that is it'll be warmer weather, and they've rented out the Ag building, I believe it said also, so there's going to be more room for doing some of the, for you to work on your vehicles on. E3 Speedway. Don't have any information about what's going on there. We'll let you know as soon as we know something about them. Twister Alley Speedway. Just the top level go-kart track in the Midwest. I can't imagine that there's another track that's better than Twister Alley Speedway. They have put in new receivers, so these are going to be the communications. It's not the same as a transponder, but this way the scorers will be able to talk directly to the racers. This will help with some of the downtime where they have to go through and tell the drivers where to reline up. They're improving their water system, more pits, more seating, and it is free to get in and watch. The price of a pit pass has gone up a little bit, but when you can get in and see some of the best go-kart racing around for free and great food, you have to go to Twister Alley Raceway. I saw Nicholas Bradshaw just ask me about Speedway USA. Well, Nicholas, let me tell you, I haven't found the new logo for him, for one, so we didn't share it that way. Historic Bolivar Speedway is still going to be what I understand. Now, don't hold me to this. Historic Bolivar Speedway on paper is still going to be the official name of the track at Bolivar. Now, with the Missouri Stock Car Racing Association group that have leased the track, it will be operating as Speedway USA this year. Not real sure what days they're going to race and what all that's going to mean, but they may be running in conjunction with some other tracks. This is now the only asphalt track in the state of Missouri is Speedway USA / Historic Bolivar Speedway. They will be operating under the name Speedway USA. No information yet about their schedule, but as soon as we have it, we will tell you everything we can. I think that we're going to be doing a lot of work with them this year. Speaking with Jimmy Fawn, I'm hoping that we can do some special events there and really help promote the only asphalt track in the state of Missouri is Speedway USA. I know the fellas like Nicholas Bradshaw and Molly Bunkers and Joe Bunkers are excited to get back to racing with their new car, so we will get that information as soon as we can. NASCAR starts up February 9th. This will be the Busch Clash. So February 9th, the Busch Clash. The Thursday will be the Duels, and then Sunday, Daytona. So a busy week coming up that February. Second week of February for NASCAR is a huge one. The 9th is the Busch Clash. The 11th is the Duels. The 14th is the Daytona 500. One special note there on NASCAR will be March 28th, Bristol on dirt. I know everybody's got that one circled. Xfinity starts with their Daytona 300 on February 13th, and Gander Truck Series with the Daytona event. That's a 250-mile track. That one will be the start of Hailie Deegan in her Truck Series career. So NASCAR coming up pretty soon. The NHRA Camping World. This is their first full season of Camping World as the primary sponsor of NHRA after last year having, and for the last few years, being Mellow Yellow. The Camping World NHRA series will start March 11th through 14th at Gainesville, Florida. The Gator Nationals, that was the first event last year that was canceled. One of the first events that got postponed that was kind of the start to the the snowball of racing events being canceled. Well, hopefully this year all will go well. Gainesville, Florida Gator Nationals. AMA Supercross starts up next Saturday. I, for one, I know my buddy Zach from JK Auto Repair is excited. His boys, the McCoys, we're all excited. AMA Supercross starts up next weekend from Houston. Again, they're going to be doing a lot of racing multiple times at some of the tracks. Houston will have 3 events. Indy has 3 events. Orlando, a pair. Daytona, 1. Arlington, 3. Atlanta, 3. And Salt Lake City, 2. They'll change those tracks in between. But Houston, Texas, AMA Supercross starts up next week. That is what we have. We will give you more information as it becomes available. Of course, like I said, we'll share all this with the contact information about these tracks. You can go to our page. You see when the opening days are. I hope that all of you will join me in sharing this information that we have in ORP TV as a page, because nowhere else are you going to find information about dirt track, drag racing, BMX, motocross, hillbilly bump and runs, go-karts, You might find some information about one, but there's only one place to get it all, and that's right here on ORP TV. That's right. If it's racing, it's on ORP TV. We'll see you back here Wednesday. We will be live starting this Wednesday again. I'm looking forward to that. I didn't like having to do the pre-recorded show, so we'll be here Wednesday night. Join us then. Until then, for ORP TV, I'm Stag.